the Luke Howard Show live. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Even though the applause as usual. Wow, thank you very much. Oh, thank you. I love an applause, I really, really do. Morning all, it's Thursday the 16th of April. Now, today is a very special day because it's Eggs Benedict Day. I only found this out earlier on. Eggs Benedict Day. So in 1894, stockbroker Lemuel Benedict, he ordered buttered beans. No, he didn't. He ordered buttered toast, poached eggs, crisp bacon, and a side of hollandaise sauce at the Waldorf Hotel. I think that's in America somewhere. I'm not quite sure where that is. They were so impressed with the dish that they put it on the menu. Now, the Sicilian ham and English muffins in place of the bacon and toast as well. That's what you do. You place English muffins in place on top of bacon and toast, and then you put hollandaise sauce on them. Apparently, it tastes really, really good. That's what I've heard. It tastes very nice. And it's ham and English muffins, apparently, in place of bacon and toast. There you go. Now, in the early 18th century, Pope Benedict XIII liked an egg dish so much. So what he did was, they requested it in time and time again. And he also believed that Pope Benedict had an illness which added to his desire for his particular egg dish. Hence the name Eggs Benedict. Well, I never knew that, did I? Never knew that at all. Never. So some restaurants say their own versions of Eggs Benedict, mixed it up by substituting the ham or smoked salmon or corned beef, and sliced tomatoes or steamed asparagus, or replace this English muffin with thick crusty toast, or then crisp bagels. God, it's making me hungry. We could make this programme into a cookery show. There is also so many ways to be creative in the kitchen. Now, the important elements with Eggs Benedict, though, are actually properly poached eggs and a perfect hollandaise sauce when the yolk and sauce blend with all the other ingredients. This meal, it could actually be divine, and it's very, very delicious. I hear a lot of things about Eggs Benedict, and apparently it's a very nice dish. Well, I usually have what's that dish we used to have? Poached eggs, and it was like a green, I think it's like a green sort of vegetable. It's got a lot of iron in it, this thing we have it with, but I'll think about it and I'll let you know later on. It's actually the National Day calendar. It continues to research the origins of the delicious food holiday, and you could post pictures of your Eggs Benedict Day. That's how you celebrate, by using the hashtag National Eggs Benedict Day. So there you go. I thought that would cheer everybody up at this sort of time. So yeah, do that. Happy Eggs Benedict Day, everybody. There you go. Right, we've got a good show lined up today because we're talking about the NHS today and asking if should we do because it's Thursday, and we should ask if we should do the clap every single week, all year. I know we're just doing it at the moment, but should we do it all year round? Anyway, clap for the NHS all year round. That's quite a good idea, actually, to be honest with you. I quite like that idea. And we're going to be talking about Happy Clappy as well, on my script, as it says. So we've got lots of that to talk about today. So, okay, let's start with that now then. So, should we do the clap every single week anyway? 07593 847 105. Are you people going to be like me, standing outside my house tonight with my family, banging my pots and pans and clapping to the NHS and standing around and, you know, all of that sort of thing? Are you going to be like me? Are you? Or are you just going to sit inside and not bother and not do it at all? Because if you aren't, that's not great. Not great at all. You should get out there, people, and you should clap for them and show some respect for our NHS, because they do lots of work, lots of great work. All the doctors and the nurses and the midwives, they get out there, they do their bit. So you should really go out there and you should clap for them. I mean, you can't not go out. You've got to go out. We do. All our neighbours in our area, we all go and stand outside and bang our pots and pans and have a great time. So you should do it as well. You should get out there and you should do it, because lots of people don't and lots of people do. And I do it. We do it. You know, and it's great fun. It's good fun to get out there and say hello, to your neighbours and get involved and do all of that. And it's a great idea, to be honest, and I think it's a brilliant idea. Or you can call us as well if you want to, or you can find us on email, garageahoward68@hotmail.com, or say what you want to say on our social media page at the Luke Howard fan page, and we'll mention it on the show, and we'll get back to you and we'll mention your little mention on our show. And so should we do it? Is it a good idea? I think it's a brilliant idea. We all think it's a brilliant idea, and we love it. We take our hats off to the NHS because they're absolutely amazing, and they do a lot, and you should get out there and you should do it because, as I said earlier on, it's not right for the ones who don't. But even if you watch it on telly, a lot of people put the clapping on the telly, don't they? They put it on the telly and then they show you where they're clapping. Even if you just do it in your living room, there you go. Don't just put on Griff's what's his name's Countrywide on channel ITV do it as well, don't they? No, they don't. ITV puts Gino D'Acampo's Italian Escapes on, don't they? I don't know what they do. ITV never puts it on, but BBC, they always have it on. And don't put BBC Two on. Don't put Coast on or anything like that. Just on BBC Two because that's what's usually on at 8 o'clock in the evening. Don't put any of that on. Don't go onto channel, Sky Arts, is it, and put on, Portrait Artist of the Year. You've got to stay on BBC One at 8 o'clock tonight, and you've got to put that on, and you've got to get out there and you've got to clap for them. That's what you got to do. Or just sit in your living room and do it. Or first time we did it, we went out to our back garden and did it, but it wasn't the right thing to do. So we went out the front and we clapped from the front. And that was what we did. My nanny Vi, she does it every single week as well. She stands outside with her neighbour Joan, and they do it. Well, he lives 2 doors away from her. She lives in Hoddesdon, and they do it as well. My cousins, they live in Fundridge. They do it as well. They stand outside their house and they clap. We all do it. And then Grandad do it. So you should do it as well. Of course you should. You people should do it out there as well. So listen to this, because a dad of 2 has been applauded by NHS staff. He left the hospital last week at 8 p.m. and they clapped for him while he was leaving. And that is a brilliant thing to do because he just survived the virus. He just survived it. So he had a 2-week battle with COVID-19 and he felt ill. And just a day after, his own father, aged 92, would you believe, died of it. Which is terrible. Very, very sad. And he had an illness, and he had a battle with it, and they watched the funeral from the bed as he left Leicester Royal Infirmary. The farmer of Market Hartborough, he praised the staff, adding, "I feel so lucky. I should feel so lucky. And there's another story as well, because footy boss Pep Guardiola, I can't say his name, Guardiola, something like that, is mourning the death of his mum to the coronavirus, and he's less than 2 weeks after he donated £920,000 to help fight against the infection. Now, Manchester City confirmed that Dr. Sally Karai had died. She died aged 82, would you believe, after a short illness. And he said that the Manchester City family are diversity, and everyone associated with the club sends their, heartfelt. Now, there's another story as well. A mother has also died during labour after being infected with the coronavirus. Now, her baby survived it and is not thought to have tested the positive for this bug, would you believe? So just let you know, she will not. The baby did not get it, but she did get it, and she very sadly passed away. So our thoughts are with her family, of course. And it is not known if the victim had any underlying health issues, and a coroner is investigating the hospital tragedy. Now, a source told The Sun yesterday, amid all the trauma hospital wards by our NHS Harper's heroes, that tragedy has totally polarised staff, which is true because it polarised, polaxed. There is a huge sense of disbelief at the unfairness of this diversity in death, and senior hospital workers, they were in tears, basically, that the only consideration is that the baby survived the mum's death, would you believe? This is a highly illegal and investigation, and it's underway, and it's to try to establish what caused it. in the mother, and she had it, and then the disease has not yet been eliminated as a cause of her death. Would you believe? So the death at the Whittington Hospital, this is in Archway, North London. She has left. This is in North London, by the way. She has left the woman's family devastated, which is I knew it all along. And the Whittington Health NHS Trust said that the case has been referred to a coroner and is to determine the cause of this death. Would you believe? There was some relief that last month her baby was diagnosed with being born at North Middlesex University Hospital in Enfield, which is in our county, Hertfordshire, but it's in North London. And the Sun has revealed that last month that her baby was diagnosed with coronavirus minutes after she was born. And she told how the parents of a 9-month-old Cassin Coates, she was stunned to learn that he had had it. And then Callum Coates of Manchester was self-isolated with their boy and said that he was out of danger and recovering. Now, a police worker has also died following a short battle of coronavirus as well, that was what we believe, which is true. And Martha Pierce, 60, she was working for the police, and she had more than 30 years of experience, would you believe, and had been self-isolating as well in her home in Worth and Hay, which sounds Welsh. It sounds like a Welsh name. But an email sent to her. There was an email that was sent to her colleagues, and that it said that Marsha has worked the Leslie for over 30 years, and she was a valued member of the team, and we will all miss her gratefully. So. Now, there's a bus. Let's talk about the bus driver now, because a London bus driver and a train driver have also died after contracting the coronavirus. Now, drivers in the Capitol says that they are all scared because they didn't believe that they've got adapted safety equipment. Now, a relative of one victim shared, Norman said that online that he was working during this time, and he was the number 8 bus driver helping other key workers to get them to work, and he was risking his own life. He was risking his own life for doing that, really, to be honest. He was risking his own life. But this NHS staff and all the frontline key workers, of course, and London Mayor Sadiq Khan has hailed transport staff for making heroic efforts to help NHS workers and save their lives. Now, pictures after the lockdown began showed passengers crammed on tubes and trains after services were cut, and NHS staff accusing Mr Khan of herding them. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Some people, eh? But we feel very sorry for those sort of people, and we hope they get well. We hope some of them get well soon, and we hope everyone of them is okay. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about wallpapers of stories as well. And I'm not quite sure yet what we're going to be talking about, but there was one more story that I want to talk about. It's Gwyneth Paltrow. She has spoken for the first time in death about how she's quitting acting in the run of her business, and the star revealed that she is her father's brutal cancer treatment that prompt her interest in healthy living. And a mum of two, 47, announced that she was retiring from acting to focus, would you believe, on her lifestyle and wellness brand, Goop, earlier this year. Now, talking about her transition from acting to business, she said, "In this society, we like our woman in one diagnostic way that we understand, but if you try to be something else, we don't like it." Now, people don't for a long time believe that I was running a company, she said, until they had me say, "And I'm giving up acting and I'll never be on screen again," she said. Gwyneth revealed she first became interested in her nutrition after her father, Bruce Paltrow, was treated by throat cancer in 1999, and she said his treatment was so brutal that I was thinking almost out of desperation that we had to be able to do something else to help him. That's when I started to research food and nutrition, which is brilliant. Now, Bruce, a Hollywood director and producer, was diagnosed with throat cancer just a few months before he was due to direct Gwyneth in the film Duets. Now, after radical surgery and radiotherapy, of course, he returned to the movie set after only 13 days, would you believe. By the time the film was released in 2000, Bruce was declared in rumination, but he died unexpectedly, aged 58 in 2002, the year I was born. By the way, that was the year I was born, while in Rome with his daughter celebrating her birthday. Gwyneth launched the group in 2000.